Alright, up next is another Pac-Man board. This is a nice board. It's pretty good shape. The edge is nice, not all burnt to a crisp. It's got a broken capacitor, it's got a broken transistor's busted. This ROM is toast. Something hit that hard and busted it, or something, I don't know. But it's got this custom chip in it, which is nice. I'll clean the legs up and put it in a socket that will go in the socket, so that it'll protect those legs. Yeah, I can't really do anything with it until I replace that. It's got a Z80 in it, and it's got like a big socket on a socket. So this obviously was a Miss Pac-Man board. And it's got Pac-Man Plus ROMs. So it was a Pac-Man Plus conversion. It came with that yellow socket thing. It's got Pac-Man Plus ROMs, it looks like. Yep, Pac-Man Plus conversion ROM, 1982. Cool. So this was a Pac-Man Plus. Well, we're going to make it back into a Pac-Man. Or I was thinking I might even do the conversion to be Miss Pac-Man with all the onboard ROMs. I think it's like 3 extra ROMs on board, and this can be Miss Pac-Man. I was thinking about doing that, and make this one a Miss Pac. So yeah, this is a decent start. As always, it's dirty. And Cat's back checking out. She's really curious. She hangs out with me. But yeah. So this will be the first thing to do, is just replace that so that I can plug it in and see if it does anything. I'm going to have to... I don't have an extra one of these. I got my test one that I use, and I'll use that, but I don't have an extra satellite card, I don't think. I might have one out in the garage. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, this will be the next one. Alrighty, I went ahead and plugged it in for the first time. I put my test bus controller in there. I looked at the schematic, and that transistor is solely used for the coin counter, so I don't really care about that right now. I plugged it in. If you can see beyond the cat, I get a whole lot of nothing. And listen to this. I got that turned way down. Good thing is the amp works, because I can turn that up if I wanted to. I could turn that up, but I really don't want to, because it's pretty annoying. But yeah, I'm getting nothing so far, so I'm going to go ahead and check power. Okay, I got my leads hooked up for power, and I'm getting a good 5.06 volts, so power is good. This thing's just got major issues. This is a character ROM, so it really wouldn't matter with it running a program. Ooh, that's hot. Wow. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, now we're getting a little somewhere. Alrighty, I need to like lift that up a little bit and reseat that. I'm going to reseat all the chips. Okay, really quick, this is that VRAM addresser. Took little nail file, little emery board type deal, lightly to the legs, cleaned them up. I know it's not the greatest thing to do, but when these things are nasty, I mean, if you're careful, you do it very lightly, you know, you can get away with doing it. Clean them up. And then after I clean them up, I got this CRC lubricant, electrical grade lubricant stuff. We'll just spray some of that on the legs and in the socket. I'm going to put this in a socket and then put it in the board. So it's going to have a socket that goes into, you know, I'm going to have a socket on top of this, and then this will be a permanent fixture in that socket so that you don't have to mess with these legs taking it in and out. And they'll be coated with this, so it's about as good as you can do with these old customs. Just be very careful with the legs. Make sure you don't bend anything, don't break anything. And that's how I do that. Okay, and that's how that's done. You can see it's coated with that stuff. I'll wipe it. But you got, it's in a socket and it goes in the socket. That's just to protect that chip. So you'll never have to pull it out of a socket again. You just pull the socket out of the socket, if you know what I mean. So that's how I take care of custom chips. Okay, I've removed the crusty Z80, and you can see right there there's a pin that is bent back. I pulled this stupid thing right out of the board. So now I just got that socket, which that'll probably be replaced as well. But I'm going to straighten that leg out and put this thing back in and see what happens. Alright, well, I put the crusty Z80 back in, and I'm still getting nothing. Still getting the same rhythmic noise over there, which tells me I probably got my clocks and it's watchdogging. No, it's probably just first of all, bad sockets, bad RAM maybe, bad ROM sockets, that kind of thing. Bad socket right there. So we'll figure it out. I think the first thing I need to do is I need to clean the board, and I need to replace the sockets, because as with every Midway game, you have to replace the sockets because they're just that junk. They're that garbage that you just have to replace them. Sure, you can get away with putting some contact cleaner in there for a little bit, but you're just asking for trouble. You got to replace them. So that'll be the first thing I do. Go through and wash the board and replace the sockets. Okay, after a good cleaning, this may be one of the nicest Pac-Man boards that I have ever seen. I mean, it is nice. Just really, really clean. In great shape. The back of it. Just everything is perfect. It's a really nice board. I got to replace the sockets and that one and those two, as usual with Midway boards. With Pac-Man boards, all these sockets have to be replaced. That'll be the first thing I do. But yeah, beautiful board. Okay, just got done doing desoldering. Removed the sockets. Removed all these sockets. Plus I removed the capacitors up in this area. The power capacitors over in here, the 470 microfarad capacitors. I removed this, what was remaining of the broken transistor right there. Getting ready to repopulate it. But yeah, these ones came out really clean. No problems. Really nice. Okay, so next step is to repopulate. And check out this board. This looks incredibly good. I had to program new ROMs. I put a different Z80 in it, because that one, remember, that one was all crusty and nasty legs. Oh, I forgot to put the RAM in. I have to put the RAM in yet in these 4 proms, which is no big deal. I didn't have axial caps, so I used, radial leaded caps, which, whatever. But yeah, this is a super nice looking board. So next thing to do is plug the RAM into it and the 4 prom chips and see what happens. Okay, I got the RAM in and they're all facing the right direction. The prom chips are facing the right direction. Well, let's fire it up and see what happens. Watch the screen beyond the cat. Well, look at that. Well, colors are wrong. You know what that is? That Pac-Man Plus must have come with a prom chip as well. So I'm going to have to burn this prom right here. That's the color prom, basically. That's kind of cool, though. And right now I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like setting up my programmer. So, and you can see a previous Pac-Man video, the screen was all flaky and stuff. I got a new one of those RGB boards. So we'll see how long this one lasts. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with this board. It was just dirty. Sockets, terrible sockets. That CPU, I don't know if that CPU was even any good. But the usual Midway stuff, terrible sockets. And sockets and dirt. What I do want to do is, let me put this camera down for now. Maybe I can do it like this. Maybe I can do this. Bear with me a second. I want to check the sounds. So let me clip to ground. And then let's do this to where we start the game and then jingle. Sounds okay. Yeah, it sounds okay. I'm gonna reset it. Let me reset it, as I want to hear the jingle one more time, make sure it's clear and not staticky. All right, let's start it. Ah, it sounds beautiful. Turn it down a little bit. Yeah, sounds great. I just need to burn a new prom. Very nice. Damn it. What are you doing? Freaking cat. There you have it. All right, I did a little research into the Pac-man Plus conversion kit, and it came with this prom and this prom. So I have to burn that one and that one. So I'll set up the programmer and burn those two prom chips, and this thing should be back to its original Pac-Man glory. Okay, I'm ready to do some reprogramming. I got my two new bipolar ROM chips. One of them is an 82S123. The other is an 82S126. The 123 is 7F and this one is 4A. So first we're going to load up. First we got to do setup. We got to select device. Tab down to manufacturers. We're going to Synetics. And we'll go over to 123, 82S123. Okay, that's our first one. So we're going to load up 7F. Load from file. And it's 82S123.7F. And this is right from MAME, by the way. Okay, now we're loaded up, so we're going to grab my 123, put it in the programmer, and hit start. Done. That bipolar ROM is done. That's 7F. Now we're going to exit. We're going to select. We're going to go back to setup, select devices, and I'm just going to change this to 126. So now we're at Synetics 82S126. We're going to load from file 126.4A. Okay, now we're going to set it up. Now the 126 is over here. Put the prom in and hit start. Done. Okay. And that's that. So I'll put those in the board and we'll plug it in and see if we've got correct colors. Okay, we're ready to plug back in. I got the new prom in there. It's pointed the right way. That's the 126. And here is the 123. So let's fire it up. far so good. Ghosts are the correct color. There it is. Beautiful. The only thing that remains to be seen with this game is the up, down, left, and right. I think I'll have to throw it in my cocktail game and put it through its paces a little bit. But now we know we got all the round chips are right. Good to go. Here's the old Pac-Man Plus proms. I'll just throw those in the pile because you can't do nothing with these after you can't reprogram them. So they're just going to the pile of used ROMs. Yeah, cool. Alright, well, instead of putting this out in my cocktail game, I'm going to try to do this by... I looked at the schematic. In 8E, if I ground pin 4, I'll go down. If I ground pin 6, I'll turn right. Pin 4, I'll turn left. Pin 10, I'll go up. And pin 12 is coin. But I already know where coin is. Coin's right here. So let's try this. First let's try 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. I should have been able to go down right there. 8E. Oh, I got 2 for 4. Yikes. There's coin. That's 12. 10 is up. So this is up. Okay, up works. Down. It says down is 4, but I don't think it is. No, it's not. I read something wrong. Let's try 6. There's right. That works. 4, 6, 9, and 10. I don't know. Well, I didn't write it down right. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's not 9. That just reset the game. I know 10 and 12. 4 and 6 and maybe 7? No. I gotta look at the schematic. I didn't write it down right. I'm an idiot. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I got it. 14, 4, 6, 10. So let's try this again. Let's start it up. And okay. 14 will go down. So let's try 14. Yeah, that worked. Now what's up? 10. There's up. Now let's try... We already know that right works. Right is 6. There we go. Now let's try left. Oh, there's left. I got them all. That was up, down, right, and left. So that works. Goodness gracious. Okay. Thanks for watching. This one's done.